So here's what it looks like. Just sort of, you know. And then with turns. So,
have you ever seen someone
so yeah, it's an elbow reel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the L stance is facing in the reverse direction, like this.
Okay.
So the movement, first it's good to, you know, you learn how to do an elbow reel, obviously, right? And then you learn how to do it with like minimal movement, you know, like relaxing your shoulders and your elbows and like just sort of using your wrists,
Mm-hmm.
like your wrists and your forearms. You can see how I'm just sort of like flipping my hands.
Yeah.
The forward side, you kind of do this like knife thing. Like it's like a, see how it's like I'm waving goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, and then the reverse side, it's like you're swishing your hand through the water, kind of. You know, you're like. So this one sort of waves goodbye. This one swishes down. So if you're watching together, you can do that. So then you start to kind of open it up. And the key, there's like 3 key positions. There's like this, and then there's the opposite, and then there's this point here where you're kind of like you can kind of think of it as going like that.
Mm-hmm.
So like that motion. So there's like this, and that. And so then without it in like slow motion, starting from this position here, like you've got the L stance and you've got like all your weight on this foot.
Okay.
Forward like this. You kind of like point your tailbone forward and like sit into your pelvis and like relax your shoulders and stuff. Good posture. Your hands are sort of facing down like this. And you start to shift your weight back, and this hand comes down, and this one follows behind it. So this is sort of like your leading hand. And you're gonna brush your hand down to your thigh and then flip it over and finish with your weight on this foot.
Okay.
So it's sort of like, you know, that. And then this hand does this sort of a very similar thing. You're gonna shift your weight back and then you flip it over and then go this way. So it's like you're serving something to somebody. So there's blocking and serving positions. So like that. And so when you put them together, it's like sort of split time, because you're doing a split time still, right? So it goes. That. So then, if you want to turn, you know, if you like, you know that crow analogy I gave you, where it's like you're a bird standing on a power line.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it's like your tail's hanging down on that side, so you have to kind of like go through this thing to like, you know, flip from one direction to the other. So when you turn, you shift your weight back onto the perpendicular foot, right onto the back foot. You could say like it. So this is like your reverse direction, and you've got your L stance facing in that direction. you shift your weight back to the back foot, and then bring your forward foot up, and then as you step down, you're gonna rotate it on, like, you're gonna point your heel that way. So it's like this, okay? And then you rock forward, and you don't want to you don't want to bear weight and like twist on your knees. Sort of the point of it is to like shift your weight from one leg to the other, so that only one knee is taking any load at any given time. And then you pick up your back foot, and then you step forward, rock onto it, and now you're facing the other way. So.
And you're back in the L stance, but now you're just turned the other. Yes.
Yeah, so it would be like you're here, and you're gonna go this, shift, and rock forward, and now you're here. And when you do it with like the full crow, right? You're gonna shift back, step, so it follows like that, right? So, and then you're going to, as you step, you're gonna also go like that. And with this hand, it's like there's a cube in front of you, right? The front hand is going to slide across the inside of, or the bottom of the cube rather, and this hand is going to slide up the outside of the cube, so it looks like this. So you're going to shift back, lift, cube, so it's like that, and then you rock forward and turn your hands, and and now you're in the mirror position, you know, from where you started. And then you finish, you know, bring your weight all the way forward, and then you go back to the like that. And then when you turn back, it's the same thing. You're gonna rock back, cube, step, and then you're back. So that's a bit. This
doesn't make it any less interesting.
So then you turn. And turn back. And then there's more stuff I'll show you later.
Okay.
But, where you go elbow, shoulder, so
Follow instructions.
Okay.
So you can start to like mix and match.
Nice. And it's all the same movement, but now you're just moving from elbow mode to shoulder mode.
Right, it changes slightly, and you to like really master it, you have to kind of like, you listen to the hammer, you know what I mean? Like you listen to the way it's pulling, and you have to kind of like learn how to make your arm movements match that.
Yeah, the body.
As much as you possibly can.
Okay.
So that's crowstyle in a nutshell.
Awesome. Awesome, dude. Thank you so much.
Yeah.